Come in. Hello everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV, Frederick, Colorado. We're here live in a 2021 Newmar London Aire. I am so excited to have you today. This coach is so unique. It's got sonic blue paint on it. It's one of our best-selling models, and it's our last new 2021 London Aire of the year. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm happy to give you a tour today. We're live on Facebook. We're of course always at YouTube on our Transwest Truck Trailer RV station. And my number is 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. Thanks so much for tuning in. This coach has the Havana interior, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to show you around. I like to start a little bit different than a lot of the videos that you'll see online. I like to go inside and out, because in my opinion, if you don't like the inside, the outside doesn't matter. So let's start from the back and see what you think. Come on back, Jody. So one of the reasons that this London Aire is such a popular product for us is due to the fit and finish. And it's actually the first level of our luxury coaches available in the 605 horsepower. But the 4551 is available in a number of different models. The reason this floor plan is so successful is this. Look at this shower. 50 inches is such a wide opening for a shower. I mean, there's so much space in here. And I just have to show you, I love this tweed tile that you see in the back. Of course, this is really trendy right now. There's a lot of people using this. It's not fabric, but it looks that way. And of course, we've got our body wash, our conditioner, and our shampoo dispensers, which is really a nice feature. Our teak seat for our shower is absolutely useful. This is a great place to be able to shave your legs, wash your feet at the end of a nice hike, and you'll see right below us that ends at a linear drain. So another one of those high-end features that you see in a lot of those really nice RVs these days. One of the things I can say about this is that there's just no drain hole, so it's completely flat. You can stand everywhere you like, very, very comfortable. And then we have another shower shelf here, so even more places to keep conditioner, shampoo, and then there's another one down below. We also have an adjustable shower wand, which is really nice. You can move this up and down from height. And then we have our Aquaview recycling shower center. So what's nice about this is if you are actually camping and you want to preserve your 105 gallons of fresh water, you can do that. All you've got to do is turn your hot water on, and then when this changes colors, you'll know that your water's hot and it's ready for you to get in the shower. And at that point in time, you get into the shower, so you're not using your gray water while you're heating up your tanks. So really, really great shower, but this is such a luxury. And you'll notice that we have this cathedral ceiling. So starting in the Dutch Star,
all right, thank you,
all the way up, you'll see that the cathedral ceiling gives us kind of this boat effect where we can have a higher shower head. So for those of you that are tall, this is just such a nice, luxurious amount of space. I also really like the fact that there's towel racks on the back of the door. We've got these really nice towel racks here. And then on top of that, of course, we have our traditional robe hook. Now, to the right of us, we'll see, of course, we've got a porcelain Dometic toilet with a touchless flush. And behind the Dometic toilet, I have some of the shades drawn. So I've got the day shade about 3/4 of the way down, and then about halfway down behind that, I've got the night shade. But you'll notice that it opens at the window right here. And then on top of that, you can also unlock this door and open up. Oops, is that unlocked? Yeah. Open up the emergency release. Sorry about that, guys. That was backwards. It was already unlocked. But anyhow, so this is just great. This is a great place to load your linens. And then what's nice about this is there's a magnetic shield right here that holds a ladder. And you can deploy this ladder and you can reuse it. So you don't have to replace this if you use the ladder. And you can use it in an emergency situation, or like I said, just to bring in your linens, all of your sheets, towels. And then up here we've got a nice locking mechanism. The closet space on this RV is incredible, and it's all cedar lined. And the funny thing is when I was getting this coach ready earlier, I was actually standing in the closet. So it's a really big closet, tons of room for shoes. Oops, you go past that for you. And I'll open the other side so that we can see the safe. And I love the smoked mirror effect. It's really, really classy. And here's that safe, and then a ton of shelving space on the right-hand side. And these LED lights go on automatically when I open the door, which is really, really awesome. Now again, linear drains in the sink system. So this is a bath-and-a-half model with a dual sink in the master. So this is beautiful. You've got a backlit mirror, so you've got really good lighting. And then you've got tons of cabinet space here. And there's a 110 volt outlet in this bottom shelf here. All of these shelves are carpet lined. These are cedar as well. Then there's another 110 volt here. And then all of these cabinets have a ton of space for any of your goods. So this London Aire is just a really, really special coach. The floors that I'm standing on are heated. All of these drawers are soft close. They're all hardwood finishes. This is a sable maple high gloss finish. It's absolutely decadent. I love this tile that's integrated with both ceramic and metal in the back. So top of the line. Such a beautiful effect. And then here, another huge closet, another 110 volt outlet, access to the hot water on and off switch for your washer and dryer. So your Splendide washer and dryer is great. One of the reasons the 4551 is such a popular floor plan again is this bathroom, but also if you do your laundry, you can do this and have a place to fold things just to the right of your bed, which is really, really handy. Please do note I get a lot of questions online. Can I wash my clothes while I'm driving? Absolutely. You can get all of your laundry done. You can actually use about 8 gallons of water on the 30-minute cycle and just turn your generator on, and you can actually do all of your laundry in between trips. So, you know, if you're leaving, let's say, Des Moines, and you're driving for 8 hours that day, you can have everything done by the time you get to your next camping destination, which is super handy. So one of the reasons you might consider a London Aire is for this finish. This bedroom is so decadent. I love this tufted headboard in the back, and honestly, like I'm not always a fan of all of the bedspreads we have. This is the Ravenna has the most beautiful bedspread I've ever seen. I love this embroidery. And then of course you've got a ton of space up here. Again, all carpet lined, and we also do have a 110 volt outlet in the center, so if you have any electronics you'd like to run, you can. And there's grommets here, so you can actually run cords from inside of this cabinet down through underneath to the bed. And I wanted to point out as well, we also have a control here. So this control can turn on your heated floors, it can turn on and off your lights, it can turn off your generator. So just really nice, a silverleaf access panel right there. And again, just tons of space. Now I do have the nightshades down in this RV right now, and so there's cross ventilation here, and then also you'll see that there's another window here. So if you want to have it, you know, nice and airy, where you get that beautiful smell that you get from the pine trees when you're out camping, really, really cool. Let's go ahead and do bedroom nightshades. We'll roll everything up all at once. So this bedroom has wonderful light in it. There's another emergency exit, and I also wanted to show you, so first of all, you've got another screened window here. This is a removable exit, but you'll see that we have this shade drawn, and that's going to help keep any of that hot sun from beating into your bedroom and getting you hot during the day. And it's really easily retracted. This Carefree awning package is absolutely I would say necessary for anybody who wants to spend a lot of time in their RVs. This is a great RV for anybody who's got a stacker trailer with a 20,000 pound towing capacity and 1,950 foot-pounds of torque. This coach is a beast. It has a ton of storage room, so for anyone who wants to go out for a longer date or a longer trip, you know, over a few months, you would have plenty of space to really make this a residence and to stay in this RV full time. So all of these drawers are nice and deep, full extension drawers, tons and tons of space. And another nice feature about the London Aire is that not only do you have this great storage overhead, as you can see, again, all carpet lined, and this beautiful finish in all of your sconces. These are just so well done, so classy. But you also have a second silver leaf panel here in the back. So you have one of these in the front and one in the back. But as you can see, you can control your floor heat here, your climate control. You can turn your generator on and off. Right now we are just using the generator. We're not plugged into our 50 amp power, so we're just using the generator to cool this coach down. And I could easily just turn that on and off right here. So very, very easy. And you can also just dim this. So if you wanted to leave it on at night, be able to see it, but maybe not have it so bright. It's really nice. You can turn that down. So here is what most of our silver leaf panels look like. And I like you to see that you can actually dim these lights. So this is really a nice feature. This is a very high-end residential feature where you can change everything. It's all adjustable. And then of course here you can turn on your shades, you can turn on your fan, you can turn on your water pump for your restroom. So all these things are controllable right here at one of your silver leaf panels. And then this is the slide control. So I am going to put this rear slide, and I'd like you to be able to see this coach completely pulled in. One of the things that you can do with Newmar, and if you haven't heard of this before, but for a very small amount of money, it's really an insignificant cost, you can actually customize the exterior color of this coach. So you have to stick with the same pattern, but on this coach I can tell you we've got Sonic Blue, Biarritz White, and Silver Shadow Pearl with a black Havana black skin. So I want to close this up so that when you go outside you can see it, but please understand, if you've got company colors or just things that make you feel happy, customize this RV, make it your own. I've dressed to kind of match the exterior of this RV today. I cannot wait to show you the outside. But before we do, Jody, why don't you go ahead and pan around in the front galley area while I bring this slide in, that way we don't have to come back and do it later. Oh, and you know, if you want to turn around and just show, this is a Sleep Number bed. So I don't know if anybody realizes this, but on this left-hand side here, you can kind of see where the gap is. I don't know if you're like me, but making a bed is really, really tough in an RV. I love the fact that you've got so much room on either side of this mattress to tuck in your sheets. I know that that sounds silly, but it's a really big deal to me because it's really hard to make a bed when it's very tight. So this London Aire is a really easy to live in, very easy to operate vehicle. And underneath here, you'll see, here are our extra 2 chairs for our dinette, and also our extendable leaf. But this is how much room you have while this other full wall slide is out. So this is a 3 slide unit, and the reason that is we have this HWH hydraulic lift that allows us to have this entire left-hand side of the coach on a full wall slide. So you'll notice there's no carpet in this bedroom, and that's because this whole slide will lift up and come in. And it's important to say, a lot of people think that these rollers that we have are rolling across the floor. They're really designed more just to hold you up in case someone's standing on that slide or there's extra weight on it. These hydraulic lifts, we've used HWH for over 30 years, and it's really allowed us to revolutionize the market and give you all of this really great living space. Now, the 4551 also comes with one of the most decadent pantries on the open market, and all of these drawers are full extension, but look at how much pantry room you have here. And the reason I pull all these out is I expect that when you buy this coach, this will allow you to plan. If at any point in time you need measurements for these, I'm always happy to come in. I'll FaceTime you. I'll come in with a measuring tape, and before you come in to pick up your RV here at Transwest, you can have a good idea as to what type of storage containers you're going to need for your pantry. Now, of course, these are all adjustable. And again, all residential. And then as you noticed, that light came on automatically when I opened the door. So they're just a really, really a nice, amazing pantry. That leads us to our residential size refrigerator. So this Whirlpool refrigerator has a water filter inside. And it also has a whole house water filter outside. So you've got your ice will be filtered twice. Your water will be filtered twice. And as you can see, there's a ton of room here. Now, of course, we do have a Dometic outside that does not require ice. It is an electric freezer and refrigerator. But as you can see, there's tons of room here. I love the cheese tray. I like all the vegetable trays with the adjustable humidity sensors. I've had a number of people come in and go, oh, that's the Whirlpool I have at my house. that's the idea. We really would like you to be comfortable in this RV. This RV has a sticker price of $769,203. That's the MSRP of this RV. And this is also stock number 5N210127. Please write that down. Whenever you go to YouTube and you tune into Transwest Truck Trailer RV, if you have that stock number, which is again 5N210127, it'll allow you to pull this video back up and you can go through it quickly and find out the measurements that you're looking for, or any details that you are looking to get out of the video. Now that's going to bring us next to our dining room. I didn't put the leaf in today. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I wanted to show you the storage underneath. But it's important to understand this dinette would really comfortably seat 4 folks. I love, again, this Ravenna interior, so beautiful. The detailing on this chair, if you look at it, it's just so nice to the touch. And then of course it's got this beautiful leather seat, so it's going to be easy to maintain but still classy looking. A lovely shape. These chairs do not tip over when you're driving. We get these RVs in all the time. I've yet to ever see one with a chair tipped over sideways. And if your chair goes over sideways while you're driving, man, you got bigger problems than your chair falling over. So on that note, here's some amazing storage space. As I mentioned, I love these cubbies. They're just such a great place for glassware. You've got one on each side, and then you've got a taller storage space behind here in the middle. And what's nice about this is you could actually keep placemats in here. You could keep any number of bottles of wine down here. So just great dry storage. So I love that. And as you'll notice, we've got this nice small buffet, but if you're having a cup of coffee in the morning and you want to have your cream and sugar out, it gives you a great place to keep all of your items. Of course, I love this clock. And then you'll see here, again, all carpet lined storage the whole way down. And these are more shallow, but they're great for like things like bowls, any kind of dishes that you want to have easy access to in your kitchen. It's just so nice to have, this is already lined for you. You don't have to buy that foam vegetable liner and put it in all of your cabinets so you don't have rattles. Newmar is taking care of all of that for you. And you'll see all of these are just so well made, so nicely hinged. And I love the adornment that you get throughout this coach. It's very, very classy. Now this would be a great place to keep any kind of board games, maybe a few packs of cards, but just so much amazing space. What a palace. Now, when you've got such an amazing dining room, you have to have a spectacular kitchen. So we've given that to you here. In the 4551, you have this extendable island, which gives you just a little bit more room. As you can see, I could put a full cheese tray here. And now these drawers are a little bit misleading because they're so wide on the fascia, but that's just so that they fit into the kitchen nicely. But again, great storage, dovetail construction, soft close, beautiful residential style hardware, polished countertops. I mean, just an amazing look. And what's nice about this is this comes out and in very easily and gives you more space. So if you wanted to be able to put down, you know, a larger air mattress because maybe you've got kids here, but you've got more kids here, you would have plenty of room. This is such a big open space when you can remove this and the drawers are still fully functional. We do, of course, have a dishwasher here, and then we have what we'll call, currently it's the remote drawer, but this would be the drawer where you would keep all of your silverware. And I do have the window sticker here, so when you come in, if you want to take a look at all of the options that are on this vehicle, I'll leave this in here for you. I do hope that you'll come out and visit. Now take a look at this. So this is what that kitchen window looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and put these shades up. I have them down right now, but that kitchen window is so big and it gives you so much room. Let's do everything up. Look at that. What a spectacular dining room. If you can imagine now, of course, this is a really large organization. We have actually, I know everyone's saying you can't buy an RV. Give me a call. I can send you home with 3 or 4 of them, however many you'd like. You can buy an RV. But instead of having a beautiful view of RVs in the background, which we do consider to be absolutely lovely, you could have the forest all behind you. Tons of beautiful space where you're making breakfast in the morning over your true induction cooktop. Now you'll notice that the true induction cooktop is covered by these beautiful covers, and they do have cutting boards on the back of either one of them. And I think it's really important to show a few features of this. Now, not only is this a great fire prevention stove because this is not a coil that gets hot. This is magnetic. You could use a all-clad pot or pan with a copper core. They come out of Indiana just like we do in Napanee. They're not in Napanee, but all-clad is an Indiana American-made pan that has something called copper core, which is just divine to cook on. These settings go 1 through 5, or they go by temperature. So after finding out about true induction and actually watching a demo where someone put a paper towel down on the burner and then boiled water faster than they ever could have in the demo they were actually showing me on a gas stove, I was like, oh, holy mackerel, what an amazing thing to be able to let your kids help with breakfast in the morning and not worry about them burning down your RV. Maybe we should get one of these at home. But I also love this. So you can take this out, plug it in outside, and so if you caught some fresh trout for the day, or maybe you're making bacon and you just don't want your coach to be stinky, you can go ahead and take it outside, cook outside. Now you'll also notice that above us we have this beautiful Whirlpool microwave. It's also an oven, so you don't need a wall-mounted oven. You can bake cookies in here. You can microwave a burrito, whatever you would like to do to your heart's desire. There's plenty of room for 2 rows of Toll House. If you'd like to know my favorite, that's it. I'd love a chocolate chip cookie. Please bring me a tray. And then again, all carpet-lined storage. Once again, beautiful offering by Newmar in this London Aire. Great place to keep all of your spices. I just love this. I think this is such a classy feature right above your stove. Very easy to get to. And then here again, once again, all carpet lined. Here's your pull out. So it gives you better use of space, no having to reach back or dig for things. Of course, you've got lots of manuals. And then here on this left-hand side, you've got your VIN number, your paint codes. We would love for you to call the Newmar Country Club. We have great places to stay. And then here are all those paint codes. Because this is a special order paint job, it's nice to have all the numbers here. And then they do give you touch-up paints. Those are here in the drawer as well. And I'll just go ahead and show you some more cabinet space here on the left. And I just love this glass-backed tile. It's so decadent. You'll see this is right near our silver leaf. So you've got control for your lighting here, right next to your stainless steel undermount residential style sink. Now, of course, this has got a vegetable basin and a really deep basin, so plenty of room to load pasta dishes, to do any of that, you know, good cooking you want to do when you've got all your family hanging out at the campsite. You guys can have, you know, lots of prep space here. And everything that you would need right at the touch of your fingers. So this could really be your home away from home, or maybe it would just be your home full time. This would be a very comfortable RV for any full timer. So if you're out there and you're thinking about making the change, this is definitely a nice way to do so. As you can see, it's just so much easier to be able to get to all your cleaning supplies when you have these great pull-outs. Of course, they're soft close. And this is always one of my favorite features. I love a place to keep your bottle brush and your sponges. This is just a nice feature. Newmar really thinks about everything. It's as if they've been really good at being in the RV business for years upon years, decades. And that brings me to the next point. So we have an average tenure of 8 years for our employees. And of course, Napanee, if you ever have a chance to go visit the factory, it's the most adorable town you've ever seen. But this whole entire area is really, it's a Newmar family. There's so many people that work and live there and that are able to have successful restaurants and businesses due to what the Miller family has done with Newmar over the years. And they're still there. So I hope that you understand that having a manufacturer that's willing to stand behind their product to the point where they would actually allow you to schedule a service appointment, camp on site, meet with you with technicians face to face, that is just unheard of in this industry. And it's a truth about Newmar, and it's one of the things that really sets them apart. And of course, Newmar is known for when you know the difference, you buy a Newmar. And I can't tell you enough about how much that is true. And it really comes from the top all the way down to the employees that sell them, to the employees that service them, to the employees that build them. It's just an amazing company. All of that being said, some of these innovations like this door that tilts so that when you open it, you can actually access this restroom while your slides are brought in all the way. Is just brilliant. And you'll notice that all of the finishes, all of the countertops, all of the things that made that first bathroom so lovely are mirrored here again. Now on just to the right of the Dometic toilet on the ground there, you'll also notice that we have access to both our wands and then our sweep pad for our central vac. So central vac here, another amazing medicine cabinet with a plug there. So if you like to get ready in the morning in the mid bath while you're maybe your partner's sleeping in, you can come up here and you can have your own bathroom space. Again, this is a really nice bath and a half model. I would probably opt for that. I would like to have a place where I could blow dry my hair, maybe not bug anybody, get up, have some coffee early in the morning. Just a really, really nice, nice feature of this RV. Now, this RV does have three 15,000 BTU air conditioners running right now. It also has 3 heat pumps, but it's an all-electric coach. So not only do you have an all-electric top, you also have heated floors that are 3-zone that are also all-electric. You also have this tankless water heater that's going to give you unlimited hot water. So as much as you need, as long as you're plugged into 50 amp and you're plugged into city water and you've got your sewer set up, which means you could literally go in there and shower. For me, it takes quite a while to get ready in the morning when I'm camping. If I want to be comfortable, I could really have that completely residential effect where I can take a shower for as long as I wanted. All of that being said, these heat pumps only work to a certain temperature, but what we've done with Newmar and using our Oasis hot water system, the Oasis system runs a tube of antifreeze underneath the coach, and the air blows over the vents and it comes out underneath, and it actually will keep not only your bays below warm and keep things from freezing, but it will also keep your coach warm. If that's not enough for you and you need to run your heated floors, you've got 3-zone heated floors, so bathroom, bedroom, and then this whole front section is heated electrically, which is really, really nice. If you are not plugged into city water, you have a 105-gallon freshwater tank, you have an 80-gallon gray water tank, and a 60-gallon black water tank. An 80-gallon gray water tank is a really, really nice feature. So let's take a look now at one of the nicest and most highly requested features by Newmar, and that is these beautiful theater seats. And you'll notice I have the lights set to blue today to match my outfits. A lot of times I might have them set to pink, because I like to wear pink, but you can change the colors. And also you have all of this space here. So not only do you have a nice place here on top to keep remotes and things along those lines, but you have all of this under space here as well. So plenty of room to store things. And then I love the way these chairs work. So first of all, there's a USB port right here. So I can charge my phone while I'm sitting here relaxing at the end of a long day, watch a nice movie. As you can see, so we have all of these smart TVs throughout the RV. There's one in the front, there's one in the bedroom, there's another one here in the center. And all I've got to do is go here to Systems and push a button, and there goes my TV lift. Now I can look out at the beautiful wilderness beyond my kitchen window and just relax. But it's just such an amazing amount of room and such a great attention to detail by Newmar. I love this ceiling, which is hiding all of your air conditioner returns. So as you can see, just a really lovely feel, very, very high end. I do have this chair turned around today. I have a lot of people that ask me if you can turn both of these around. And so the answer is absolutely, 100%. You can turn both chairs around. This is actually another recliner. So if you wanted to have a big party and a few friends over, it used to be a very comfortable living space for sure. And then if you had, you know, maybe your kids wanted to come along with you and they needed to have sleeping accommodations inside, you can also have company. We could also make sure they don't watch this video so they don't know that there's a second bed in here if you'd like. But if they do come, seat belts right here. We wanted to leave these out for you today just so you could see that there's 2 seat belts here. Also great for pooches if you want to put those little dog carrying stations on top. And then now that that's released, just pull this out. Drop that down. And then here you go. We've got an air mattress. And for those of that are worried about the length and the size, this is going to be a queen size bed. So plenty of room for 2 people. Very, very comfortable, very good storage, very easy to use, nice and tidy, just some nice cinchable latches to roll everything up, and they're adjustable, so after you take it out the first time, it never goes back the same way. Newmar knows that. They're ready for you. So you just pull this up, lift, and then when you get here, just drop down, nice handle, tucks right into space. Very, very easy to operate. So today we have shown you a lot about this beautiful interior. We've got a sound bar in the bedroom. It's a 500, Bose 500. This is a Bose 700 here in the residential side. I'll tell you, we have right now a Blu-ray player in here. In 2022, you won't have those anywhere. And that's because there's so many people using these smart TVs. You just don't really need to have Blu-ray players anymore. I'd still like one. We like to get those cheesy movies from Walmart and watch bad B-rated, comedies and the like. But super nice setup here. Great sound bar. Of course, it works off of your phone, so if you've got your favorite playlist. Somebody said I was too young to listen to Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, and to whoever that was in the comment section, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, but unfortunately I'm not. But I really do enjoy listening to, like a little Simon and Garfunkel in the morning while you're getting ready, while you're camping. It just feels right, and this makes it so nice to do so. Now here in the front, you'll notice that we have a really nice setup here where I've got overhead camera showing. So this is the Honey, We Lost the Jeep camera. This is just great. While you're going down the road, you've got navigation, your camera settings. You've got somebody who can just be in charge of watching everything. It's adjustable, so you can move it around. And then here you've got a wireless charging dock for your phone, cup holder, and then I love this feature. For those of us that are spending more time on the road, it's nice to be able to sit down and make a log or a journal entry into your camping book, write a letter to the kids, maybe fill out a postcard, whatever it might be. It's just nice to have that extra seating space. And as I mentioned, this is a recliner. I love that you have a full window here. Of course, you've got full slides. This is a really, really nice screen that you have. There is a snap here, and there's also a screen here so you can keep the bugs from coming in, which is awesome. And I do get a lot of questions as to why these doors are so big, but the reason the doors are so big, even though the space is a little more narrow, is this is hiding all of our shades underneath, but it also gives it just a really nice complete look. So Newmar is not going to cut corners. They're going to go ahead and finish something the way that it needs to look, even if it's overdressed. They're certainly not underdressed. So nice magnetic latch there. Again, a smart TV. And then here's the brains. So this is really nice. With this WineGuard system, you can actually see that we have 16 stations available through our Razor antenna in the area that don't require any kind of satellite coverage. If you wanted to put a receiver in, of course, we do have our really nice Traveler system. So there's a great satellite component here. This is going to be for your Gerard Awnings, and we have those out today. And I am going to pull in the window awnings. And so Jody, if you want to take a look back behind us at the dining room area, I'm going to go ahead and pull this in, and you'll see how much we've actually been shading this coach. This is a really amazing amount of coverage that they offer. This whole entire bank of windows is covered by this awning. And then behind you, Jody, there's another one, and I'll pull that one up next. So these Carefree awnings, these power awnings, are just such a nice luxury. So if our Gerard awnings, which of course are wind sensing, were to retract automatically, these Carefree awnings would still give you some relief from the sun, which is a super, super nice feature. So now that we've got those all the way up, I'm going to put our pillows back. Again, I can't speak highly enough. I know it's silly, but in these London Aires, like just this beautiful attention to detail, the extra amount of time that they spend to make sure that these fabrics are brought into the coach in a really classy and high-end manner. It just really speaks to not only the quality and caliber of the finish, but also what goes into the coach itself. So you can really feel confident that you're getting a first-class product when you buy a Newmar. Now, let's go over here and take a look at the rest of this. One thing I want to show you, let me see if I can figure out where. I don't know which one is my shade control here. So I'm just going to lift this up. So right here, you're going to see Mr. Rick Drink Wine. Yeah, that's his real name. Mr. Rick Drink Wine is our London Aire specialist. So not only can you go visit the factory and see how these are manufactured, look at our amazing plant, if you need to email somebody or you need to call somebody, there's his picture. There's a phone number that goes right to him, and he specializes in this London Aire, which means you're going to be able to get answers to questions that you might have about operation while you're on the road. Now here at Newmar, we have a number of different backup plans for that as well. For instance, right now, Newmar's closed. Closed? Yes, closed. They give all of their employees the week off for the 4th of July. Like I said, Made in America does not fall short on these folks. They understand how important it is to treat people with respect and to make sure they're getting their downtime with their families. But if you need something, we have Bill Habercorn here. He is an 800 number or a phone call away. We've got Gary Movellin, who will do anywhere between a 2.5, 3 hour, multiple walks, however many hours you need to spend with him so that you know how to operate and use your coach. We also have camping available on site, so if you'd like to make us part of your annual service visit, we service both chassis and house here. Very few dealerships, only 3 in the country, have all of the same certifications where we're Newmar, Winnebago, Renegade certified, and then on top of it we're Spartan, Freightliner, and Elite Daimler certified. So it's just a really amazing facility, and you've got a ton of support. And as somebody who's been RVing for a long time, you know how valuable that is. And if you're somebody who hasn't been RVing for a long time, let me tell you, this is definitely one of the best places you could possibly hope to buy your RV. Now, all of that being said, let's take a look here at some of the controls that we have up front. So we have our HWH computerized leveling system. We also offer air leveling. So for somebody who was on a fairly level surface that didn't need to use hydraulics, you can use either, but that's right here. And then we've got our 4000 mH Allison 6-speed transmission here. Our tag dump, why would you do that? Well, if you're trying to level your coach, it might benefit you to dump your tag first so that you're lower to the ground in the back, so that your front does not have to work as much. Now you'll notice here I have lock and unlock for baggage control and also for the coach. And this has got keyless entry, so that's a really nice luxury on a London Aire. Of course, you've got your automatic lights, so they've got your automatic light sensor, and then you've got your parking brake. Your cruise control can be set to follow somebody, so if you wanted to maintain a 3.6 stopping speed, you could set it so it would follow a little bit further back. It's available in increments of either 3 seconds, 3.3, or 3.6 seconds. And if you want to talk to me about how that works, I've worked for Audi and Mercedes for most of my life, and I've almost always had cars that have active drive assist, and that feature is just really nice when you're out there on the open road on a long road trip, because you can get behind whomever it is that is your pace car and just follow them and let the coach do the work for you. Now, when I say let the coach do the work for you, one of the important features to understand about this RV that's different is not only do you have a really nice dash here. Let me see if I can just turn this on so you can see, like, it's going to show you all of your, here we go. It's going to show you all of your tire pressure monitors. It's going to help you understand where you are in your lanes. It's giving you all of your controls here on your steering wheel. But more importantly, and probably the biggest difference maker for Newmar, is going to be our Comfort Drive technology. And what that means is that this steering wheel always wants to be straight. So it's very easy to maneuver this RV because of its tag axle. But when you're driving down the road, you've got this big diesel pusher that's actually kind of pushing you from behind. And a lot of times you're going to have to fight when that wind is happening to stay away from that wind. And when you have a Comfort Drive RV, which is on all of the diesel pushers by Newmar, the propensity of this wheel is to stay straight, so you're not going to have that same driver's fatigue that you would in another brand or another manufacturer. The Spartan Chassis has this beautiful dash outlay that you can see here, and of course you have your navigation system by Rand McAnally this year, and then you've got your 360-degree overhead camera, and of course you can leave this camera on so you can see when you've passed somebody. You also have these really nice drawers down below, so if you want to keep your wallet or your cell phone. You've got plenty of storage space there, but just a really, really nice dash outlay. And then I'm going to turn our generator off and take you outside and show you some of these great features. But before I do, we're going to go ahead and pull our slides in. So I'm going to go ahead and push the in button now. And Jody's going to show you how this looks when we have this hydraulic slide lifting up and coming in. Now, one of the things that inspires confidence to me is a long-term relationship. So over 30 years of working together with this hydraulic company. So HWH does, you know, not only our slides, they do our steps, they do a lot of things for us, but we've had a really long working relationship with them, and they've really helped us to revolutionize this industry. Take a look at that. How amazing is that? So I'm going to show you today how much space you have in between your seats, of course. And you can see all of these little lights like underneath the kitchen, where you can see the courtesy lights. But look at all of this space. God, are we all the way in? We are. And then take a look at this. How cool is this? I mean, really just an amazing durability here. But look at all this room. So this is a really easy to access walk area, and I can get in here, get something out of the refrigerator. If I wanted to use the restroom, very easily get into the facilities. So like I said, just an amazing execution on the part of Newmar. Lots and lots of room, very, very comfortable space. If you wanted to be able to sit down and watch a movie while driving down the road, you'd have plenty of room here. You could put your feet up on the couch. Someone's going to tell me, and I can't wait, in the comments, don't put your feet on the couch. It's synthetic. It's not going to hurt it. But yeah, so let's go outside, Jody. Let's go take a look at the exterior. Am I supposed to go in front of you and open the door? Probably, huh? Oh, let me get my phone off of the wireless charging pad where it was. Very cool. Oh, and step covers. Should we do that? Let's do step covers. So for anybody who's got a fine furry friend, a step cover, of course, is underrated. And then I also wanted to show you the Queen's chair. Nice and comfy going down the road, and also looking amazing. Looking to be $1 million. So, okay, let's go ahead and roll this bad boy back in. So here's that articulating step. Now what's really nice about this step is there's a sensor both in the front here and underneath. So if, for instance, you were going to hit a sidewalk, it would stop, it would still articulate. The steps would just not be quite as wide apart. But this is a really, really nice step, and you'll be able to see how close you get to that bottom step. I mean, it's just right off the ground. So this is very, very nice. Oh, generator. Let's turn off the generator. I know some people wanted to know how loud it was. I actually like leaving it on during the videos because of the fact that it shows how quiet it is inside the RV even when you are using your generator. It is a 12.5 kilowatt generator, so that's a really, really big generator. It's housed right here underneath, and you'll see these beautiful big convex mirrors that really just speak to anybody knowing that you've got a London Aire. There are turn indicators in the mirrors, and then your camera for right and left hand turn is mounted right here, and then there's your turn indicator. And then of course we've got our high definition lights in front, all of our LEDs, and this beautiful, beautiful front fascia. Here's your mobile eye technology here, and then there's another camera up here for your 360 overhead. You can see that. And also you'll note that we have all of your windshield wipers are tucked underneath very, very delicately in this front cap. So that's great. I know that you saw this when Jody came in, but there is a touchpad, so you can lock automatically as well as a doorbell. And then this can be lit at night so that you can kind of see where you're headed to. Of course, we talked already about this beautiful exterior. This is that sonic blue, which I just think is absolutely stunning. It's so unusual, so different in an RV. Nobody else would have this RV except for you. And that came from the King Aire this year. So that was a 2021 King Aire color. Right here we've got that Dometic cooler. I know I mentioned that inside, but I love an iceless cooler. So plenty of room to store any of your fixins, whether it be for drinks or if you want to keep, frozen chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, all of the stuff that you might need for a longer trip. Very nice on a slide that comes completely out. And then we do have all of the optional slides here with the overhead storage. So that's a nice feature that they've done. So not only do you have a 1,000-pound weight rated slide that comes all the way out so that even when your slides are deployed, you can still access the middle of it. They've also done a really great job in adding this second shelf here, so you've got storage above. So a lot of times we are just not using this upper end of this storage, and it's nice to have that. Now, one of the reasons that this slide compartment is so big, I'm sorry, not slide compartment, basement compartment is so big, is because of our STAR foundation. So STAR stands for strong, true, and robust. And it really is one of the reasons that we're able to use those great hydraulic slides. So you can see that bar right here. So what happens is not only are we taking all of this extra space, we're raising this coach off of the rail that goes down the center of it, and we're giving you less flex, a stronger reinforced basement area, and we're also taking that heavier weight from the outside of this coach and we're pushing it down and redirecting it towards the center. And what's interesting about this is there's a few different things that go into our RVs that make them quieter going down the road, warmer in cold temperatures, cooler in hot temperatures. Our subfloor is assembled on a heated table where it can actually allow the glue and everything to cure before it's loaded onto this already assembled STAR foundation, so you don't have that flex, you don't have that twisting, you don't have that tile popping issue. So this is a coach that you can get and keep for years upon years and hand down to people in your family. I mean, this is the kind of RV that you can take all over the country and see all those great nooks and crannies the United States has to offer. Now, of course, again, I'm not going to open this all the way, but you have another gigantic slide down here in the middle. And then above that, we have another exterior television as well as sound bar. It's another Bose sound bar. Oh no, Jody, I think I did it. I think I let it go too far. Jody will tell you I can't reach these. So anyway, great center point here. This is a manual slide. You'll notice this is where we have all of the wands for our central vac, and then our road vac mother stations right here. Of course, you could use this to vacuum out all of your bays. You could use it to clean off your paddle boards. We've got 110 outlets out here as well if you want to keep the margaritas out here. This is a great place to plug in the blender. And then next door to the left, they call this a garage, but I'll tell you, what a great place to keep all of your mixers and your top shelf margarita make. This is like the way to go. I mean, why would you keep grease and oil and all that yucky stuff out here when you could keep Patron? I don't know. I don't even drink. Anyway, just pretty cool there. Like that a lot. And again, so slam latches just go right here. We'll have people who say, why are your compartments so hard to close? Well, the reason that they're hard to close is because they've got this great seal. So that's closed, but I'll tell you what, you could have it easy to close, but then you're gonna have leaks, you're gonna have water, you're gonna have debris coming into those compartments. So we make these seals really thick. And the reason we do that is because we wanna keep everything inside safe and clean. So here's your 15-gallon DEF tank. I don't know if I mentioned, but this has got 150 gallons of fuel. They're saddle tanks. It's dual fill for both DEF and for your diesel. Here are your chassis batteries with a nice on and off switch, so it's really easy to access and see your pumps. And then right here you could turn off your chassis. Of course, right inside you can turn off the house, and you can make sure you're not going to have a dead RV when you come back to it. Now, I would really encourage anybody who's out there in the RV world these days, get solar. If you don't have solar, get solar. We'll install it for you here. Makes things so nice and easy. Keeps those chassis batteries charged all the time. Will run your refrigerator when you're stopped and hiking along the route to wherever you might be headed. Okay, so here's some really nice features. So your Voyager camera controls right here. So this is already pre-wired for you. Again, this is a 20,000 pound towing capacity made on the Spartan K3 chassis, 3-inch receiver, and then you can also put the adjustment in there and adjust it down to 2 inches, and then there's your trailer stuff, and there's your air line for your brakes. But this coach is really, really made for trailering. This is made for heavy stackers. With 1,950 foot-pounds of torque, this is a beast. It's gonna get up and over those mountainous passes. It's gonna take you anywhere you wanna go. And man, you 605 horsepower, you're just be eating that freeway. It's really amazing. So again, LED headlights or taillights back here. Another camera right here for your 360. Here's your radiator. Oh, and we've got a little bit of tape. So this RV just came in, like I mentioned. This is gonna be the last. Here's our defueling tank. This is our last 2021 for the year. We'll be moving on to 2022's next. I did a video on the new 2022 about 3 weeks ago. So Transwest truck trailer RV, if you want to see the differences. So this tag axle is one of the things that really makes a difference when you're trailering it. It actually acts somewhat as a cantilever, so you don't have that kind of bouncy weight going on to that coach when you hit bumps. But on top of it, it's also what makes this RV easier to drive than anything else on the road. These dual axles are just amazing. In the back, when they pivot, they allow you to have a much smaller turning radius than you have on most RVs that even have a shorter length, which is just awesome. New in 2021, they did add this stainless steel finish to this water bay, and you'll notice we have again our whole house water filter here. This coach is optional, is including the optional SantaCon system. Everything's got a digital display, as you can see. You've got a toilet paper holder. You've got an upgraded outdoor shower system with a really nice shower head, hot and cold water both, which is important. You've got a power hose reel for your water. You don't need to bring a hose with you. And then you still have access to this gravity. If you would like to use a gravity filter, you could use that instead of the SantaCon system. But very, very easy to use, very easy to operate. Large sewage bay there. And then this is a 50 amp, oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one, I can tell you. There we go, 50 amp, 50 foot power cord. Now 50 feet on a power cord is so nice. Of course it's automatic, you just rewind it like this. But as you can see, it takes up a lot less storage, but that extra 14 feet that you get over those regular 36 foot cords allows you to plug in where you'd like to be. If maybe you need to go to a spot that's a little more level, that extra 14 feet of cord really is useful to have. Of course, as I mentioned, it's power. And then here's your Oasis system. So this is what's giving you your tankless hot water. It's also what's running your hydronic heat throughout your RV. So this system is really bulletproof. We have zero problems with the Oasis systems on the regular. They're just a great tankless hot water system. They're great for residential heat, and it's really revolutionized the RV industry because now you don't need to have propane, and you don't need to have a water heater and a furnace and all of those things. It's all right here in this tiny little bay. And for the record, we had a beautiful new Prevost come in yesterday, and guess what kind of hydronic heat they were using? They were using Oasis. So again, a little bit of extra floor tile for you. These are these power bays, so they come in and out very easily on these trays. And these will go all the way out far enough to that where you have your entire house slide out. You can still load and unload, so you can load while you're still in your living situation before you hit the road, and then bring everything in on when you're ready to head out for the day. Again, power on this one. And then of course, this is an 8-pack of batteries, and they are on the sliding tray. Once again, easy access. If you want to do your own maintenance, replace your own batteries after 5 or 6 years, you can pull them out and do it yourself. I say that's for the birds. Let the professionals do the mechanics, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that are really good mechanics that drive RVs. So if you're one of them, Here is your second side of filling. So again, you have a 150 gallon fuel capacity, dual fill, and then there's another camera up here for your 360 surround, and then these are those carefree awnings that we were looking at inside, and you can see how vast they are. They're just a really, really nice feature. And Jody, I'm going to close up this front door. I wanted to talk about most of this before we got to the front, and we can go ahead and zero in on the stock number, which is 5N210127. Again, this is a 2021 Newmar London Aire. And I would love to have you just pan out and take a shot of this whole RV so everyone can see how beautiful this color combination is. I think that the sun is probably going to hit the Sonic Blue the best on the other side. So we'll walk you around and show you again today on this lovely example of a custom ordered color by Newmar. Again, this is Katie O'Neill at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My number is 303-562-8659. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, just take a look at what the possibility of you going down the road could be. This could be yours. Thanks again, folks, for tuning in.